Hi everybody, welcome back to DIY Beauty with Bold and Free. I am so excited to have you joining me here. Last week we made our own facial cleanser, and I mentioned that we're going to be making our own moisturizer this week. And while I had all of these ingredients on hand except for a few of them, I went ahead and I tested a moisturizer last night. It was very fun, but there are some key takeaways that we'll talk about in just a minute. So the moisturizer that we're going to be making today, or that I've already made, has very simple ingredients in it. And this is for people who have dry skin. As you can see, I've already pre-made some of these. It looks, it's like a whitish tan color, nice and shiny, great for people who have dry skin. Now, if you live in a humid climate and you have oily skin, you only need a little bit of this. And what's great about this recipe is that it'll last you up to a year in your refrigerator. So that's awesome because all of the ingredients together are gonna cost you about $30. Now you may be saying, oh my gosh, $30 for all of this stuff? But in reality, you're gonna have a product that's gonna last you a year. So that imagine having to buy moisturizer every month. So I decided to look up an easy moisturizer I can make that is all natural and vegan. And I found one online and I followed her instructions to the T. And I wanted to test out her recipe, so I did last night. There are some key takeaways, a few flops that happened with that, and I'll talk about it in just a minute. Very, very good lesson learned, and we'll talk a little bit about what you're gonna need. So for this recipe, all you're going to need are, you're gonna need 3 different types of oils. So we used an olive oil, the walnut oil, and the coconut oil. I mean, I've been using these every week, so you know, just use what you have in your pantry. I highly recommend though, make sure you use a coconut oil because it gives you that nice scent. Coconut oil smells so good, it's gonna make your moisturizer smell really good. And then we use a wax. So this moisturizer had a wax that we used, and the original recipe had beeswax in it. Because I wanted to make it vegan, I decided to go with an alternative, so I used a candelilla wax or candelilla wax. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it, but you can also use a Caranuba wax as well. And then you're gonna use an essential oil, which we're very, very familiar with DIY Beauty. We're gonna use lavender. We're using a vitamin E oil. So I actually just got these soft gel capsules that you can puncture. This recipe just has you puncture one of these little tiny capsules that is punctured in it. If you have the oil, just use half a teaspoon of the oil. And then we're using our 100% aloe vera gel, which we used 2 weeks ago in our DIY soap. So we're using that as well. And then we're using a rose hydrosol or a rose water. Now these are sold in many different types of floral scents. So if you don't want rose or if you're allergic to it, they have a chamomile one, a lavender one, it's totally up to you. So I am not going to be making this for you guys on camera, and the reason why is because I made it last night, and unfortunately I had kind of a flop with the blender I used. So what you really need for this recipe is you need a small bowl with a nice little spoon, and that's going to be mixing these ingredients together. You're going to need a small saucepan like this, and then also one of these small little, what are they called? The bowl saucepans, small pot, whatever it's called. And then you're gonna need a blender. So blender, food processor, hand mixer, whatever you wanna use. I used my little Ninja, and I'm really sad to say that my little baby Ninja had some problems last night. So basically, what you do once you mix all of these ingredients together, you have to blend it together to make it a smoother texture. And with wax, it actually hardened in my blender, and I have a nice film on my little Ninja bullet that I'm really sad about, and it actually got on my little blender top as well. So I highly recommend for those of you who want to make this recipe to use an older appliance or use a hand mixer or something that you don't mind getting messy, because I was really sad and this is new. Luckily my actual Ninja is fine, it's just this little guy kind of messed up, and that's why we're not going to make it on camera today. But I will show you how to do it. So very, very simple. So we're gonna basically put all three of these oils together, and we're gonna put it in our small little saucepan pot thing, and we're doing 2 tablespoons of each. Very, very simple. You're gonna put it in your little pot, and you're gonna put the temperature on medium-low, just to warm the mixture. So as that's going, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab 1 teaspoon, very, very small amount. You don't really need anything. 1 teaspoon, if you want 2 teaspoons to make a little bit more, you can do that, but 1 teaspoon of your wax, and you can see what it looks like. This is not 1 teaspoon, that's 1 tablespoon, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what it looked like. And you're gonna put that in your little saucepan here, and you're gonna do that on medium-low as well. You wanna make sure both of them are heated through, so that way there's no more solid chunks in it. So as those 2 things are heating up, very, very simple, you're going to be mixing these 4 ingredients together. You will need 1/2 cup of the rose water or rose hydrosol, and you're gonna pour it in a little bowl. Then you're gonna take 1/4 cup of your 100% aloe vera gel, and you're gonna put it in the bowl with the rose hydrosol. And then you're just gonna mix it up, but you're not gonna like really mix it, you're just gonna kind of fold it together. You don't wanna mix it too much, because in the blender it'll mix really, really heavily. And then you're gonna take 1 capsule or 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and you'll just kind of puncture it and pour it in the bowl as well. And then you're gonna take 5 drops of your favorite essential oil. I decided to go with lavender because lavender and rose smell so good together, and then matched with the coconut oil, it smells fabulous. This stuff, I mean, it doesn't look, it looks kind of like cottage cheese almost, but it's actually, once you rub it on your skin, it's because of the oils and everything, it's not gonna be a smooth texture, but it smells so freaking good. Like, I love the way that smells. The rose, the lavender, and the coconut oil make it smell so good. So once you've added those 4 ingredients together, you're gonna mix it up and put it to the side. Once these 2 are mixed, or heated through, all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your blender cup or your little blender, food processor, whatever you wanna use, and you're gonna pour in your mixture that you made here. You're just gonna pour it in here, and then all you're gonna do is take the oils, top it on, and then take your, I'm sorry, this is where the wax was, and then take your oils and put it all in the mixture. Screw it on, and then use your bullet or whatever you have and blend it for about a minute. You're gonna notice a change in the sound when it gets harder. It'll kind of be like a lower rumbling sound. And then all you do is, it'll be ready to go. You just take your big spoon or something, and then you pour it in these little tiny jars. Whatever you have. Like I said, I really wanted to do it in front of camera, but my little bullet I think I'm gonna have to throw it out, so poor thing. But I'm really sad about it. But I just wanna at least show you guys like how to do it and what to do. But you just kind of get a little spoon and pour it in, and then you can give these as gifts. Make sure to at least write the date on it, so that way you know when you made it. Put it in the fridge, check on it once a month, and then you'll see that if it's good to use. If it starts becoming discolored or something, you may want to throw it out. But that's pretty much it, you guys. I mean, I had a little bit of a flop, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna maybe try to make another moisturizer for you guys. I personally don't necessarily want to use this moisturizer because I do not like the way that the wax feels personally. But if you try it, let me know. Take a video of it, take some pictures. I want to know what your feedback is. Personally, I probably won't use this moisturizer, and that's why I might look for an alternative for you guys. But I just wanted to kind of show you, get your feedback on it, and remember to, the last thing, just remember to enter into my giveaway, BeBoldAndFree.com. Make sure to subscribe. I'm pulling the winner on July 31st for the organic mascara. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.